experience of being interconnected with everybody and everything. Whatever we do, it will be dedicated to the benefit of all beings. Yes. We are always indigenous to the place where we live.
Witajcie, mam na imię Katarzyna i chciałabym dzisiaj przedstawić wspaniałą osobę, nauczycielkę, mentorkę, a przede wszystkim osobę, która bardzo mnie inspiruje, Angelikę Salberg. Witaj, Angeliko, bardzo się cieszę, że zgodziłaś się dzisiaj ze mną spotkać i podzielić się sobą. Pozwól jednak, że najpierw Cię przedstawię. Babcia Angelika Salberg jest członkiem starszyzny medytacyjnego stowarzyszenia Sunray w Vermont w Stanach Zjednoczonych i w Niemczech. Jest ministrem nauk linii łachu reprezentowanych przez czcigodną Jani Łachu. Jest upoważniona do tego, aby zgodnie z tą linią przekazywać praktyki w formie tańców i medytacji. Jest upoważniona do tego, aby przeprowadzać ceremonie. Jest międzynarodowym trenerem peacekeeper, czyli przygotowuje przyszłych strażników pokoju. Dawniej pracowała jako nauczycielka i wychowawczyni dzieci niepełnosprawnych. A ja, Angeliko, znam Ciebie jako osobę bardzo uważną, wspierającą innych, z ogromnym poczuciem humoru i skromną. Proszę, dodaj do tego, co pominęłam. Opowiedz o sobie, powiedz, kim jesteś i czym się zajmujesz.
Okej. Dziękuję, Kasia. So, dzień dobry, kochane siostry i brat. Mnie jamy Angelika, but this is merely the Polish words I can use. I apologize for not speaking Polish. And so I'm retired, but I'm still working as a healing practitioner and for psychotherapy and homeopathy. And I live in Warburg, a small town in the middle of Germany, surrounded by friends. And I'm half of Polish heritage. All my 4 grandparents are from Mazuria, half Polish, half German, and they migrated to Germany in the late 19th century to work there as miners or housemaiden. And before all, my ancestors for centuries in Mazuria had been simple farmers. So.
Angeliko, jesteś ministrem nauki linii łachu. Zdobyłaś tam ogromne doświadczenie, którym się w tej chwili dzielisz. Proszę, opowiedz, jakie były początki, jak trafiłaś w ogóle na tą ścieżkę, co Cię do niej przyciągnęło, jak poznałaś linii łachu. Opowiedz może, jak doszło do tego, że znalazłaś się w tym miejscu.
In a way, this was a fulfillment of a longer journey. When I was young, I was very interested in the life of Native American people, of the Indians. And later I traveled to Africa and met there the people living in the countryside, very traditionally, but I was so surprised how high ethic standards they had. And my first spiritual teacher was an African healer and medicine man and a poetful. And during my studies of body psychotherapy, I was introduced to Buddhist teachings, and I found them great, and I like to study them. And but then I was looking for a female Buddhist teacher because I was missing more the teachings from the heart. The male Buddhist teachers teach more from their head. So by chance, I found a journal in Germany. There was a special article about women in Buddhism. And there was an article about Venerable Dayani Wahu. And I said, wow, Buddhist Lama, Buddhist teacher, and Native American lineage holder in the 27th generation. I was impressed. So I registered for this seminar, and when Venerable appeared, she was looking at me. I started to cry, and I knew from the beginning I'm home. And since then, I'm studying with her, and at the beginning, I was more interested in the Buddhist teachings, but then the native teachings touched me very deeply, because they also, similar to Buddhist teaching, really provide experiences of, for example, 27th generations for 100 of years, practice and proved and practiced again, and found out that they are positive to support a good life. And yeah, so I started to study.
Wiem, że spotkałaś na swojej drodze dziadka Srebrnego Lisa i babcię Danutę Ogaeno. Czy możesz o tym też trochę opowiedzieć?
So, first time I met them in Vermont in the Peace Village, because they were invited several times to participate in the yearly elders gathering there, sharing their deep knowledge, witnessing ceremonies, leading fire, giving women's teaching. So this, I met them there for the first time, and I was touched by them. And but first of all, I had a deeper relationship to Grandmother Ogaeno, and she had been, I think, twice in my place in Germany, and I have met her also in Poland 3 times. And so in a way, she became my older sister. I was always looking for, because I only had 3 older brothers. She was in such a beautiful way teaching how to be a woman and how to live a woman's life in a good way, not in a traditional way, but with all the power, the sensibility, and the creation. So this was great. And I was very much touched by meeting her together then with her husband, with grandfather Silverfox, and also there being giving a model of a very caring and loving partnership, and also working together as a couple. So this is so great if a couple meets and is able to share all this also with other people.
Yeah.
I'm grateful for this.
So beautiful. Dobrze, Angeliko, powróćmy na razie do linii łapu, bo to jest Twoja główna ścieżka i sposób bycia. Powiedz, co najbardziej Cię w tej ścieżce inspiruje, co Cię woła?
Oh, there are so many things, but what comes to me, what was very important, and so against the way I was brought up in Germany with a Christian or Catholic tradition, with the concept of the inherited sin. So I experienced with Venerable, she's never talking about things like this, but she's always talking about positive aspects, about the light you have within that cannot be given away, that cannot be taken away. It is there forever. Sometimes it's covered by some dirt or obscuration, but you can work to make it shine again. Or you can also, sometimes she's talking about the inner diamond you have within. You can polish the diamond. And in all the more than 30 years at my personal conversation with her, I sometimes expected that she would criticize me because I hadn't done the practice I should do. I hadn't done this or that, or I wasn't in time with what I wanted to do. But she never did this. She always addressed me with a positive aspect. So I was so, in a way, at the beginning, I was really disturbed. And because this is, especially for Germans, they are champion in criticizing one another and other people for whatever. So she won't do this at all. This is not in her concept. And this is also about our philosophy, our history, our way of life. We separated mind and matter 500 years ago, the so-called time of illumination. And we lost the feeling and the experience of being interconnected with everybody and everything. And this is absolutely contradictory to the concept the native people have, because they feel that we are interconnected to every being. Is it a human being? Is it an animal? Is it a plant, a tree? Is it the wind? Is it the earth, the water, the universe? We are interconnected. And this makes a big change. I still have again and again to work on this, because the European heritage is deep within me, but this makes such a change in my life. Normally I wake up with being grateful for a new day to live a balanced life and have joyful meetings with other people, with animals, with a tree, and it is like the basic view has changed from looking to negative, looking to positive. Maybe this is too strict, but yeah.
It is very important, this point of view. This is completely new for this culture from this land. So I learned this still. Powiedz, czego się nauczyłaś od linii łachu? Jakimi praktykami się dzielisz?
I have learned with Venerable and the community there is, of course, the teachings are transmitted in words or in writing, and but there is also dancing, and I am a dancer, so I love this. And when we do the meditation, sometimes it's quiet, but we also do visualization, we do chanting. There are a lot of chants. We do sacred craft. We work with our hands, form a basket or creating a rattle, and a lot of this happens in nature, or you can go out and do it in nature. Dance under a beautiful tree in a park. And there are ceremonial fires. There are healing work, healing celebrations, and so an incredible variety of techniques, and it is about you go and choose and try. You don't have to believe that this or that is a good practice. It was proved for many generations, but it might not be the right for you. And so it is about really practicing and testing. Is it a positive way for you or not? And what happens if you do it for a long time? It is really, you will have more sensibility in your life, what is really for you, life force enhancing, or what is not. And this is also to have a view of everyday social life. You see, is it good for me? What is good for me? And what is not so good? So this brings me to another idea. So what they say, or what Venerable say, or in their tradition, they say something is good and something is not so good. They never would say it is negative. In not so good includes the possibility to make it better. You look what was good today, great, thank you. and what was not so good, what you might improve the next time you meet, I don't know, the bus driver and he's a little bit ugly, and nevertheless you say, thank you for taking me to this place I wanted to go. And it is not about venerable or I or whoever is teaching another person. It is more to make suggestions that you find within you the right answer. And so the deep wisdom is within everybody. It's just to return. I'm always talking too much, but that's what I have to share, because this is another journey I'm on with some also of the European community. And this is about we know it deep within us. We have the deep memory how it is to live a good life in community and with nature. And this is from the time from our Methodistic ancestors. Because, and this means 9,000 to 15,000 and more years ago, they had for thousands of years lived very similar, with this very similar principles, like the Native American people, or like native people, the Sami people in the very north of Europe. They are some, or people in the Altai mountains, or people in Australia, the native people in Australia, the Aborigines. They all have very similar principles of life and of good relationship to nature, or the environment. And in a way, we have lost this. We have lost it in the time when the agriculture came, and in the agriculture there were then started the strike. This is my land. I have to protect my land. I have to fight against others. And so this created the society we live in today. So also the war in the East, Near East, it is about to whom belongs the land, to the Palestinian people, to the Israeli people. So, and the war in Ukraine is about who can have the power of the land. And this was never a question for the people. At the beginning, they shared the land if they were doing the first agriculture, but then it changed. And so in a way, and we still have all over Europe, the places, the ceremonial places, the holy places of our Methodistic ancestors. They knew about the energetic grid work all over the world, and in the crossings there, you have the possibility to have deep access to the whole world, can change the tone. And so what I always say, the teaching I have learned with Venerable Dayani Waho is as if it gives flesh to the bones of my early ancestors, my Methodistic ancestors. So this is nothing, and in a way, last summer I was there with a friend and we were talking to the elders in the elders gathering. And they give an okay, yes, go back home and apply the teachings at the places of your old ancestors and make them alive again.
Life.
Yes. And this is through our heart and through the contact, to our inner, how do you call it? The inner
connection.
Yeah. Thank you.
Inner knowing also.
Yeah, the deep knowledge we have.
Yes.
And this is here, not here.
Yeah, exactly. Na szczęście w obecnym czasie możemy spotkać rdzennych ludzi, którzy nie stracili tego połączenia z ziemią. Możemy od nich uczyć się, jak to połączenie odzyskać. Już niedługo, bo 25 i 26 maja spotykamy się na warsztatach. Będą to warsztaty połączone z elementem ziemi. Czy chciałabyś o tym powiedzieć kilka słów. Jakie są plany?
The element of earth is planet we live on. We are fed by the element of earth. Plants are growing here. The animals are eating the plants, and we are sustained by the earth's quality. And it is also to remind us of our origin. And we are, one of the teachers said, we are always indigenous to the place where we live. Mm-hmm. And I would like to invite you to bring a handful of earth from the place where you live or the place you were born. Whatever calls you, trust that you will find the right place to take some earth. Give your gratitude. Explain to the earth why you take it with you. Put it in a nice bag or a nice box and bring it to our meeting. So we will be there together with our place of origin.
Wow.
Yeah, continue if you like to with the other elements. We will go with the water. The water is beautiful as well. Maybe with the element of fire, having a fire ceremony. With the element of air, singing, observing the sky, the clouds, and feel our intergalactic connections. We turn to Mother Earth because within us, within our elements, we have the elements that came from the universe. It is really the stardust that created Mother Earth. And so we have the stardust within. So it will be a circle. It will be a journey.
Circle. Wow. Thank you, Angelika.
I'm so grateful that you, Kasia, and Vinek invited me to come to Poland, and I'm so looking forward to meet all of the people who will appear. And those who will appear, they are the right people. They are all to come. And I'm really grateful and also looking forward to be in Krakow again. And I already booked my train tickets. Only one person, nevertheless, I will come. Whatever we do, it will be dedicated to the benefit of all beings.
Yes. Dziękuję, że jesteś tu z nami. Serdecznie zapraszam Cię na warsztat. Warto skorzystać z tej okazji, że Angelika będzie w Polsce 25 i 26 maja tego roku w Krakowie. Warto skorzystać dlatego, że ona ma stały kontakt ze starszyzną indiańską w wiosce pokoju Vermont. Informacje do wydarzenia znajdują się w opisie.